She loves the big stage and she loves to destroy the opposition. Her 39-ball 75 single-handedly won Australia the T20 World Cup in 2020. Her blistering 170 in the recent ODI World Cup final helped her team post an insurmountable total. The 32-year-old also made cricket history by being the highest run scorer across women's ODI World Cup editions. Hello and welcome to the season finale of Forbes India from the field. Wicketkeeper and among the world's most destructive batters, Alyssa Healy is our guest today.
Probably the first, probably half of my career, the numbers were in stark contrast to what they are now. And I think purely, I think it was a bit down to self-belief, confidence in my own ability. I probably lacked that, and being the personality that I am and playing a team sport, all I ever really wanted to do was be a part of a team that wins and just play my role. And I think I never really saw my role as being, the match winner. I think when I look back on it from a batting perspective, I think there was a lot of self-doubt there, probably not knowing my role as well, not being really clear with what my role was in the team. I think it took till after the 2017 World Cup for me to sort of be given that clear direction. And I think when I was given a clear role within our side, I really took that as a sign of confidence in myself and my ability. And from there, I was able to sort of build from that. And for Modi to sit there across the table from me and say, this is what I want you to do. I want you to open the batting. I want you to go out there and play with freedom, play with purpose, and sort of look to dominate early on in your innings. Really gave me that confidence, that self-belief, and also that clarity in my batting to go out there and get the job done. And I'm one of the most competitive people on the planet, and I don't apologize for that one bit, because I love to win. And I think that gave me a challenge and an opportunity to go out there and try something new and seeing if, I could accomplish those things that he'd set out. Sometimes you get a little bit shy about it, that you are really competitive and you want to win. But for me, that competitiveness, I think, is what helps drive some of these performances. And I mean, I could sit here and say to you, I have no idea how I've done either of those things, right? And you probably won't believe me, but it's the truth. I'm not 100% certain, but I think the pressure situations, those big match opportunities, I mean, in my mind, I saw them as great opportunities to go out there and put women's cricket on the map and show people a spectacle. And I think I really relished that bigger picture view of, it wasn't just me going out there, opening the batting with Deepti Sharma at the other end. It was actually, what a moment this is in front of 87,000 people to show everyone just how good, this Australian team is, and I want to be a part of that. So I think that bigger picture view really drives that competitiveness in me. And from a mental standpoint, I think I really switch on when it really counts. Whereas I think in these big situations where, it's a must win, and I wanted the team to get off to a good start, it seems to really switch me on, and I knuckle down and am able to do that. So it doesn't come off every time. I can sit here and tell you that, but I think it seems to be some sort of switch in my mind that goes, cool, this is a great opportunity. Let's go do something awesome. That will to succeed, or that will to always evolve as a player, as a person, that's in sport, that's in organizations, that's in everyday life. I think that drive to want to be better every single day is what's helped is what helps build a champion and build a successful person. And I think that's probably the best way to explain it. But in my mind, I think what a champion looks like, it's not just, the amazing things that you do on the field. It's who you are as a complete human being, and I guess what you're doing for the sport, what you're doing for people around you, and what you're doing, for your community as well. I think they're just as important as the amount of runs that you make on the field. So for me, a champion is a complete all-round person that, puts time and effort into things that they're passionate about and things that are going to help other people. The biggest probably leadership learning that cricket's enabled me is communication. I think that is something that good leaders have, and they're able to communicate with everybody from lots of walks of life, and I think able to communicate efficiently to them to ensure that they're along for the ride for that shared journey that you speak about. And I think that's something that some really good leaders in the teams that I've been a part of have had, and I think it's something that I really hope that I can continue to improve as I get a little bit older and probably more senior positions in the cricketing sides. But apart from that, I tell you what, captaincy and being a leader has taught me patience. I am this top right-hand corner person where I'm a real doer. I'm a big thinker. I'm creative. I just want to do everything now. Like I'll get it done. If you message me, I want to respond right now. Or if you give me a list of things, I'll do it right now. And I think the majority of people aren't quite like that. And a lot of people in cricket in particular are really, big thinkers, really internalize things. And I think getting to know those people within my teams that I've been a part of has been a really great learning experience for me, that, everybody's different, and to be a great leader, you need to be able to work with lots of different people. Yeah, work-life balance is hugely important, and it's probably something that it's taken me a long while in my career to figure out. It's probably now that I've realized that, on my days off, hitting 1,001 cricket balls isn't actually going to help me improve my cricket. Ultimately, the way that I'm going to play the best tomorrow is by giving myself a bit of a break today. And as you mentioned, my life is surrounded by cricket 24/7. So how I switch off from cricket is really, really important, and finding little hobbies, little interests that I can switch off mentally and go and do something else, and then know that when I come to training, or know that when I'm down for the game day, that I'm fully fresh and I guess ready to put my all into that moment. So it's hugely important for me. If you follow me on social media, most of my Instagram is me on golf courses. So I love playing golf. I love spending time with my two little puppy dogs. And I suppose I should mention Mitch. I like spending time with my husband as well. So there are three little really, really minor things in my life that, enable me to be able to turn up every day and give everything to cricket and try and improve myself as a cricketer. I think naturally being an elite athlete it teaches you resilience. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not quite resilient enough, you don't have a lengthy career, which sounds pretty dramatic and pretty cutthroat, but it's true. I mean, you look at cricket, it's a remarkably fickle sport, and you have more bad days than good days, I think, unless you're Don Bradman or Meg Lanning or Elise Perry. I think you have more bad days than good ones. So the ability to bounce back up out of bed the next day and know that you're going to work a little bit harder to make sure that the next day is better than the one before makes you a really resilient person. And I think be patient, and obviously if that's something that you really want to do and you want to be an elite cricketer, or or you want to be elite at anything you do, it's not just going to happen overnight. I think it takes a lot of work, hard work, a lot of dedication. But it takes an increasing amount of patience. And I think the way that my career has panned out, I'm glad that I stuck at it, and I'm glad I stayed patient, and I'm glad I still kept working hard at what I did, because I really reaped the rewards of that, later in my mature years, where I kind of understand it a little bit more. Instead of being 21 and amazing at what I do, I've had to scrap and work really hard to still be playing at 32. So for those girls those young girls in organizations or in sport, I think, just because you're not the best at a young age, a teenage age, doesn't mean that you're not going to be the best at some point in your life. So if you just hang in there and keep working hard and keep remaining true to yourself, I think the rewards will come.